Niggas just saying fuck the streets. That's what I'm seeing on the internet. Super viral. 21 Savage apparently started this campaign where, you know, he's saying fuck the streets. G Herbo retweeted it. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug is on the movement as well. But like anything else in the black community, niggas is divided 50-50. We have a lot of rappers coming out saying, how we gonna say fuck the streets? The street has taught us everything. We know the streets got us where we at. The streets this, the streets that. We love the streets. We gonna fight for this shit. You can't say fuck the streets. 21 Savage is a smart guy. Not the most articulate guy in the world, but he's a smart guy. Yeah. However, he's not a thought leader. No. I'm curious to see what his next album is going to sound like now that he's saying fuck the streets. I'm curious to see what G Herbo is going to start rapping about now that he's saying fuck the streets. But I do think that the guys who are disagreeing with them, who are fighting against the movement, needs to be removed from society immediately. All of them niggas. Get them niggas the fuck out of here, bro. Get them niggas the fuck out of here.
The logic behind, you heard somebody say fuck the streets, and for all we know, what the streets have done to the community is took your loved ones, it sent them to jail, it's broken homes, it's traumatized kids, it's traumatized adults. And when somebody came against it, you're opposed to the idea of living a more peaceful life without all of the things I just mentioned. Something in you like, nah, we got to keep that shit here. Your frontal lobe is probably not developed, although it should be. You guys are grown men. But something's wrong up there. The wiring's off. Something has programmed you, the streets itself. But what's bro name? Bump J. Yeah. I like his take. It's like, what is the streets? Because like y'all niggas is saying, like, what is the streets to you? Like, because it's multiple meanings.
Yep. I think the thing is, and I think he said it, like, no one's saying fuck the people.
Exactly.
Fuck the people at the bottom. Yeah. They're saying like fuck the mentality that is keeping niggas getting locked up, keeping niggas dying, keeping niggas in less than fortunate conditions. The thing is this, right? You got people like I Swear Vezo who come in online saying like, oh man, the streets made me street smart. The streets made me a man. That the streets got me to where I'm at today. It's some of the most selfish shit I've ever heard in my life because 99% of niggas don't have that story and you know that.
Right.
So for you to justify the streets based on what you got, knowing all the people who have lived way less fortunate lives and who have lost so much to the shit is crazy. And I like the movement because people come up and they fall into what's there for them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you grow up in an environment and it's very difficult to not become a product of what's going on around you. It's not easy, especially if you somebody that's brave, bold, ambitious, and you see the opportunities that's set forth in front of you. It's hard not to get in the streets, right? Like we talk about, me and you often have conversations about why we never took that road. And it wasn't because we didn't think it was cool. It wasn't because we might not have wanted to. It was because you either had somebody in your house that wasn't going for the shit or because you were just scared to do the shit. It wasn't like a thing of like, oh, no, I'm just more mature than that at 12. Like, no, nigga, like, I wanted to run the streets like everybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when that's what's available to you, it's hard not to go into that. So for niggas, for this generation to be saying, fuck that shit, it gives room for the next generation to pick something else to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like niggas, kids sitting in the house playing video games all day, want to be streamers and shit like that. I think it's more to the world. I would much rather them be doing that than outside stealing cars.
No, for sure.
Downtown shooting each other for Carhartt jackets. $100.
It's like when you think about our shorties and what they're after, what they're chasing, it's all rooted back to they just want to be successful and take care of themselves, right? Yeah. So rap for Chief Keef changed the game. You know what I'm saying? When Chief Keef popped off and Reese and all them and they got their deals, etc., it was viewed as they got successful, they upped M's. So that's what they're chasing. Yeah. Now, like with when Casanet, you know what I'm saying? He's super lit off streaming. Crazy. And Casanet opened the door to other streamers, his, community, other guys putting them on. So now it's like a new lane. Like, let me hurry up and get in this door. Let me start streaming. Let me, you know what I'm saying? And I would much rather them do that than be in the streets. But I also think that's a limited point of view to like, all right, I want to stream, because you got to think about what it takes to stream. And that takes up a lot of your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in front of a camera, streaming 8 hours a day, you know what I'm saying, for who knows how long. And let's just say, because we see the streamers that's lit, it's tons of streamers that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
And they're putting in those hours. So how many castanets can it be? How many, you know what I'm saying, that crew, what they call? AMF or?
I can't think of AMP. AMP.
Yeah, AMP. Haha.
Oh yeah. How do we forget that?
Right. But how many groups like that can it be? You know? So I'd rather them do that though.
I'll add this to this conversation as well, because I've been seeing this a lot too. Niggas debating who gets to decide.
Decide what? In general?
I didn't come back around to it. I was watching this show called Attack on Titan. It's an anime show, right? But it's like very political, social. It's a very deep show. And basically, the world was about to meet extinction. And the king decided that things should be handled this way. And one of the generals in the armies felt like it should be handled another way. And when it came to the world about to be extinct, he sat and he asked himself, king, regular man walking the street, who gets to decide? That shit you being the king don't mean nothing when everything we know is about to come to an end. So who gets to decide? Who has the right to decide the fate of humanity, right? This ain't as deep as the fate of humanity, but it is deep because we got kids, you know, even though Chicago not the murder capital per capita, we still are murdered. We have the most homicides per year. It's like 800 or some shit. That might be wrong. But we have a lot. It's still way too many kids dying. Way too many black people, way too many black men, way too many black boys dying. So who gets to decide? Who gets to decide who has a say-so? I've been seeing people say, oh, if you're not in the streets, you want to do this, you want to do that, you shouldn't even have a say-so in whether we saying fuck the streets or not.
That's ignorant.
I think it's interesting because the niggas who you're saying who have a say-so have done the most damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't call myself Terry Roseland because I was gangbanging and hustling in Roseland. I call myself Terry Roseland because I was teaching kids and doing boxing programs and doing therapy with kids and getting DCFS kids that they got out of fucking jail serving dead time for crimes they committed. And it was no group home to put them in. They put them in the house. I went and we was doing online school, home tutoring, waking them niggas up, cooking breakfast with them, showing them how to cook breakfast, showing them how to buy stocks on Cash App, open bank accounts. Kids who had gun charges, stolen cars, attempt murders, aggravated assaults, all of these things. Like, that's the streets. The thing is, there is no information. There's no good information in the streets, and you're only going to be good as the information you have. So the fact is that there are under-enrolled trade schools in the middle of a hood where kids are available. All of these kids are qualified for Pell Grants to go to these trade schools for free, and they're running around robbing each other.
Yeah.
And the trade school is under-enrolled. 5 months of school, you coming out making $80,000. But niggas don't know that. So when I'm talking to these kids and we in these, you know, apartments and I'm teaching them this and teaching them that online school, they don't know shit about, nobody ever told them this. Yeah. But they know exactly the new technology, how to put this app on an iPad to be going to 60 seconds in your fucking car. They know that shit. Like, they know that shit, bro, because it's not that they not smart. It's not that they don't want more. It's that you only as good as the information you have. So the only information being flushed through the streets is the new scam that's coming out, the PPP shit, the FEMA shit, how to steal this car, how to do this, how to do that. And these kids, they genuinely don't know the other options. No one's giving them that information. They heard. It's not. I'm not saying that they never heard of trade school, but no one's giving them this. How much you gonna make? This how long school? That information is not flowing. So it's like, I feel like fuck the streets because there's no information there. It's not enough information for niggas to get to point A to point B. You have to go above and beyond to get the information to even move forward, and that's crazy.
And I feel like that shit just came down to just like the slogan we use in the village, like you can't be
what you can't see.
Facts. 1,000%.
It is a lot of intellect in the streets, and you just triggered a thought for me. When it come to scamming, when it come to finessing, all of these things, I'm gonna just stick with scamming. When it come to scamming, when these new methods come out, and you guys are finding workarounds for the lick to work, or whatever the case may be, and it's not just it's not simple either. Like you have to be a thinker.
Yeah.
you gotta focus. You gotta think outside the box. Okay, what I gotta do today. I don't want to like give examples and shit for real, but you have the mind to take that same energy, take that same intellect, and you can put yourself in a position where you're working for a company and use that same. But now it's a legal method.
Even the nigga who figured it out how to do the whole scam, he cold.
Yeah.
But it's a nigga out here who didn't figure it out, but he remembered that shit to the T the way he could charge other niggas to do it for them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, remember, if you could remember this shit, how to fill out this long ass FEMA application,
bro,
how to exactly what to put. Oh, you got to put that you in agriculture because like this, you know this shit like the back of your hand. To the point where a nigga put you on, one person did it for you, and you remember this shit and the ins and outs of it, and damn, that could do it better than the nigga who taught you, and now you charge another niggas to do it. Bro, you're a very intelligent person. But you only gonna be as good as the information that's being put out there in front of you, man. And it's unfortunate, man. So I think any nigga who going against that, and you know, we could go with the whole semantic shit, like how you gonna say I did 10 years, and acting like they trying to say fuck the people and all that, man. Fuck all of that, bro. We know exactly what niggas mean when they say fuck the streets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers gonna go against it because they know they don't sound good to them because they audience, the niggas who buying their albums, niggas who buying them concert tickets is the street, so they not gonna go with it. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, what's the price on these lives being lost?
I feel like right now is we the closest of changing the narrative than we've ever been.
I hope so.
I feel like it.
I hope so.
So I'm all with the fuck the street shit, you know, but I feel like I ain't gonna say I kind of feel. So it's like this, and it's just straight out. Like, niggas be knowing what they sign up for.
That's true.
So I feel like the backlash with the shit is like, you niggas not really ready for the shit that y'all sign up for.
Yeah.
Is what the backlash is. And it's like, because, you know, everybody's saying like, okay, it's because we found out that all these niggas that we gunning them out, everybody telling. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I fuck the street. It ain't no woo out the man. All these niggas that's saying all this shit and promoting all this shit, like these niggas ain't even standing on the standards and shit like that. But it's like, it's motherfuckers that's, like I say, even with the bullshit that it's being, it's like, it's motherfuckers that's out here like feeling like I stand on the morals that come with this shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not fuck the streets with the shit that's going on. It's save it. Like, basically the niggas that's not with this shit for real need to move the fuck around, because that's what's fucking everything up. And I'm not gonna say that shit right, because at the end of the day, it's like, it's still damn near detrimental to the culture. You see what I'm saying? But I kind of sort of understand, even though it's still fuck the street, because all that shit need to stop. But from niggas that be in the streets perspective, it's kind of like, nigga, when you get in this shit, you know what's going on. So if you tell, like, you can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what's up with this shit. Like, everybody knows what the fuck is going on when you get in the streets, when you playing, when you doing whatever the fuck that's going on. So it's like, when you start telling and doing all this other shit, you make it bad for the niggas that's in this shit.
I think they aware of what they signed up for. You're aware of it, but nobody understand the reality of it until you're in it. And now it's like, oh, okay, hold on, this ain't for me. But it's too late now.
It's too late. It's always too late.
Too late
at that
now.
time. That's,
you would never think you sitting behind, like you in front of a judge and 30 years. You didn't fathom that for real.
But
How you didn't? You just
didn't think it could happen.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, how do you not fathom that shit when you just know what y'all just did? Y'all just walked the motherfucker down, and we just whatever the case, the high speed, whatever the case, car jack. Nigga, you knowing what you out here doing, so how you can't fathom the consequences behind it is what niggas is saying. Like, nigga, you know, if you out here doing this, that, and the third, you running it, and the niggas try to get that gunner situation and shit like that. Okay, he wasn't a street nigga, but it's like, nigga, you hang with the niggas you hang with, so you can get the fuck wrong, because it's a nigga. Like, I forgot his name. That I'm gonna send the video, but it was a nigga that basically was like, he stopped hanging with his homie, and they was rapping. They like, damn, what happened with you and Woo out the band? And they like, shit, I stopped hanging with him because this nigga started gang banging. Like, this shit started becoming like a gang thing. Like, he started going to LA and hanging with gang. And he was like, nigga, I like bitches and getting money. Like, I wasn't with that. Not that I was scared of the shit, but I wasn't with it. So it's like shit, you know what I'm saying? Like he one of those niggas that's like, bet. He knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not with that shit, so I'm gonna move the fuck around. But it's like, if you knowing like, all right, you steady going out here, this nigga gang banging, they got guns in the crib. You knowing these niggas ain't supposed to have these guns, it's weed. So when the police hit this bitch, if you tell, you bogus, cause you had the opportunity to get the fuck on every time, and it's like, and that's what the shit be. It's like, nigga, everybody had the choice.
That's true, but the niggas who doing, if I'm doing crime and I know this nigga not with it, why would I have him around anyway? So that's still kind of on me if I know this nigga not.
But if the nigga steady telling you and acting like he with it,
if a nigga acting like he with it,
you can't tell. But it's like that's what all this shit comes down to, because like, if you with the killers, the motherfucker gonna feel like you with it. Don't nobody know that you not.
But I mean, how smart is that though, bro?
I'm just saying, man, that's why I'm saying is fuck the streets, because the politics behind that shit, you never know. A nigga be standing next to you and tell on you, bro.
It's one thing if we some street niggas and when we go out to hang out, to go to the club, we invite Terry and Reggie to go to the club with us. And they be around us and we might got guns in the car. We get pulled over. I'm not taking no case for none of y'all niggas. I'm not, right? It's another thing if y'all smoke a nigga and let me know about it. I shouldn't know about that shit. That shit shouldn't be around. Like, regardless of how cool we is, if it's certain shit that we should be able to do together, if y'all street niggas and this nigga is not a street nigga. But it's also certain shit that niggas just should never know. And I've always appreciated the street niggas around me, cause I don't be knowing what the fuck is going on.
I don't know.
And like niggas be telling me like, hey, we finna go do this. We finna go to this party over here. We'll holler at your ass next weekend, cause this some other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like niggas have always kept me safe as far as physically and just nigga, what I know. And I don't even want to know. And that's another thing too, is like niggas shouldn't even want to know.
So look, my thing is this though. And it's not even defending the shit, cause once again, it's fuck the streets, but you saying what you saying, but you got those type of niggas that will be around that shit is what I'm saying.
Like they want to be around the shit.
You see what I'm like? They know niggas is out here killing niggas, robbing niggas, doing this and doing that, and they knowing like, if I get jammed up in the midst of this shit, I'm gonna tell on one of these niggas, but they will consistently be around that
be in
shit.
The video,
you see what I'm saying? They want to show they want to flash, they want to take the pitch with the niggas that they know doing this shit. They want to do all this shit knowing within their heart. Within their heart that they gonna tell on the motherfucker. And that's why I feel like that's what motherfuckers saying, like, save the streets. Like, those type of niggas need to get the fuck on, because in all eventuality, like, if those type of niggas got the fuck on, the police wouldn't even be able to lock up as many niggas as they locking up, because they fucking with those type of niggas. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, at the end of the day, the whole culture of the streets was set in motion to divide us, and that's why I say it's fuck the streets, because saying fuck the streets bring us as a culture, as a race, as a whole back together, like, nigga, because that's what divided us. That's what they use to divide everybody. The streets, these blocks, these gangs, these drugs, all this shit divides us. So it's like, nigga, fuck all that shit.
Yeah, because even if it was operating on the code that niggas wanted to operate on, it might be less niggas going to jail, but it's still gonna be a whole lot of niggas dying. It's gonna be a whole lot of kids growing up without a daddy,
and all that shit still affects us. You see what I'm saying? Like, as a whole, so we would never be able to, quote unquote, rise up, or all that bullshit niggas be talking. The revolution would not be televised and all that woo out the man. It's like, nigga, it'll never get that way, because this shit has been injected into the culture. So it's like, niggas be out here hollering, oh yeah, this my block, this boy, all this shit belongs to the government. Your ass gonna die, and it's gonna be some kids 2-3 years, 4 generations after you saying this they shit too, and it's gonna be the same.
It's crazy, man.
You know,
and it's crazy because when we talk about like how we used to have leaders and shit like that, they be like, oh, why we don't have those Malcolm? Not even like we ain't gotta go as big as Malcolm X, but niggas had that on local levels though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas had that in their community. Like, this nigga wasn't
the fucking gang leaders,
the national Malcolm X. And I'm saying that we still had those guys with those personalities, with those dominant, you know what I'm saying, charismatic personalities. Niggas just in the streets. Yeah. Like, it's some niggas right now that's in the streets that if they wasn't on that, they could be that. 1,000%. Like 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just got that charisma, they got that walk in the room, and they could organize people, they could get people to move a certain way. Obviously. You running the fucking streets, obviously. Like,
If you lazy, you waking up at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon and shit like that.
Popping bottles.
You're setting the tone for everybody because you're the leader.
Popping pills.
That's just what comes with being a man.
Popping bitch ass niggas.
I don't want nobody making decisions over my life except me. Not a woman, not a judge, not an officer, not no motherfucker.
When them bullets hit him up, look like son had a seizure. Run up, give it up, you know the procedure. I be sipping Jack and honey.
I don't think nothing can make me feel like a man. I don't think nothing can make me not feel like a man.
Days on my collar.
You can't take the benefits of being a man without the responsibilities.
Give you niggas halos on God in the king.
Welcome back to Roses I Did. This is the show of men walking the path of self-improvement. And we welcome you to walk this journey with us. We're not perfect, but we're always trying to self-improve, stay self-aware, stay on top of our game, man. We understand that everything is not our fault, but if we blame ourselves, we make better decisions.
Love that.
Grateful to be back for another week, man. It's a big day as usual.
You know,
Every time. This the biggest day. This the biggest day of my life so far.
Nigga, we here.
I woke up.
Here. Niggas made it. This is the last show of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapping up 2025.
Man.
It's been a big year. They all big years though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's something that's to never get used to. How was your year?
Great, man. It's a character building, ceiling breaking type of year.
Mm.
You know, this was a type. Sometimes some years you experience it's just hella ups. It's just ups the whole year. Some years you might take a L the entire year. This was one of those years where I have both. So that's, and all of them are character building years.
Mm. So
overall, 10 out of 10 this year. You know, I'm grateful.
Yeah, this year for me was about intentionality. At the end of last year, we had a conversation, and I was talking about how consistency really don't mean shit. Because everybody say you gotta be consistent. I'm like, it ain't about consistency, bro. Because my example is niggas drive every day.
Yep.
And there's some niggas who still suck at driving.
Yeah.
And they drive every day. Still can't
That's
parallel
consistent.
park, you drive it. You're consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You're not intentional about being a better driver, right? You don't drive as good as a professional driver who might drive less than you. That nigga is just intentional about being good at driving.
Yeah.
You're not, right? So this year, for me, was about intentionality. I feel like consistency is going to come with intentionality. Intentionality don't necessarily come with consistency, right?
I agree.
And I think I've been extremely intentional this year in the things I've done, the things we set forth. I'm going back into my brain, my creative bank when it comes to Roses I Did. When it first came to designing the show and the months that we spent putting the show together, we put in a lot of work, and I'm getting back to that. How do we push it to the next level? What changes need to be made? So in 2026, Roses I Did is going to look a little different as far as the flow of conversation, as far as how things are presented, and us just getting back. Like we mastered what we know how to do, so it's time to like add more to it and make it more valuable to the people that's listening and just take it to that next level. So that's what we're gonna do. We have a very, very unique talent on this show as far as the different perspectives that we have. You know what I'm saying? Like all three of us, even though we come from Chicago, we got that bluntness, that Chicago energy. We also have very different perspectives and different paths that we walked in life to get to the positions that we're in. And I think we need to lean into that a little bit more in 2026. And we're going to have some dope shit for y'all, man. A lot of value for the young men that's listening. Ladies, y'all fuck with us. Y'all been fucking with us since the jump, even though this shit not even designed for y'all.
Talk about the cousins.
I love that y'all here.
All
you
the
know
cousins,
what I'm saying?
man.
And next year is gonna be a big one, man. It's gonna be a big one. Real, how's your year?
I ain't gonna lie.
You had a good ass year, nigga.
Yeah. It was alright.
I mean, I'm looking at the progress. I'm looking at Mason. I'm looking at
and that's what
school.
I'm
looking at,
that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like I be overthinking a lot of shit.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying. So I be feeling like my shit be better than I be thinking it be. You know, but I be feeling like it's been a good year. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of lessons. It's been a trying year and shit like that. But like I said, I Master Mason, started my own lodge, you know, ranked and the shit like that. State of Indiana Grand Lodge, you know, it's busing school, you know.
Yeah. I heard a great quote today, man.
It's busting, you know, it's on.
And I'm gonna relate it back to you. I heard a great quote today. Say, when it's not working for me, it's working on me. So when whatever you working towards, like when it's not working out for you, that means it's working on you.
Yeah.
It's you're building your character, you're building your mindset, all of those things until you become the type of person that it can work for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like I said, when you asked how the year, bro, January to October was bad.
Yeah.
But like when I finally got the win, I had a great year.
Yeah.
To me, like my eyes, I had a great year. Like, so for you, real, with all the shit you got going on, you probably in the same boat. Like majority of the year was trying as fuck.
Yeah, it was. But
with school, with the lodge, like those two wins, like because the other parts of the year, that shit was working on you. And now you in the position that you in.
So next year,
you the type of person that can handle going to school and focusing and being locked in and being consistent and intentional with what the fuck you got going on, as well as your leadership in the lodge. That shit is a big responsibility.
Yeah.
So we had great years.
Yeah. Taking on new roles, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is growing. And niggas got tested this year. You know what I'm saying? I saw both of y'all like really be tested this year and stay with it. One of my favorite quotes is "The night is darkest before the dawn." And I think that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like when shit get hit that rock bottom, you can't go nowhere but up, nigga. It ain't nothing to do but
nothing else to
at
do.
this point. Like nigga, we ain't finna start smoking crack, so might as well go start applying for some jobs or something. Like
nigga gotta
do
figure
something
it
around
out.
this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been unshakable this year, bro. Like, it's a lot that have happened that if it happened in 2021, I probably would have felt like this shit is crazy. What the fuck is happening, bro? Now, nigga, I can't even say how much. Like, I car crashed the day of my birthday party. Had to figure that out. Got this big savings goal I was trying to complete. Hit the savings goal in advance with all the bullshit that happened. Had to buy a car. Couple weeks ago, I woke up and my fucking water was coming through the walls at the top of my building. Like literally, like ice melting on the back of the building. Is water coming through the walls, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to get that shit fixed, get a new gutter, put a gutter on the crib, unexpected expense. They taxed the fuck out of me for that shit, fix some holes in the roof and shit like that before they started to leak. All type of shit. Today, I just got subpoenaed. Like I had fucking
what?
Yeah, man. I told
subpoena for what?
I told my son mom, I'm like, hey, the younger son that I haven't been able to see. And I told her like, hey, you know, either we finna figure this out or I consulted with a lawyer already. We could go to court. You know what I'm saying? I could send you this. He got this new big school bill. I'm like, look, I'll pay the whole joint, put him on medical insurance, whatever the case may be. You could keep him at whatever school you want. It's cool. I just want to see him every other weekend. That's all I'm asking for. I just want to see my kid every other weekend. That's it. She's like, no, I'm not negotiating payment for visitation rights to our kid. I'm like, well, what you going? Well, either you pay this shit by yourself, or you can just let me see my kid that weekend. I'll take care of the whole bill. I'm like, I talked to a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, either we could agree to this shit, or I'll just move forward with the lawyer. She don't apply. She don't respond. Today I get subpoenaed. So I guess she wouldn't got a lawyer. Like before I could do the shit. The subpoena say she wants sole custody, and I cannot see my child unless it's supervised visitation by her because the child would be in danger. I say we're gonna have a field day with this shit.
That's a win, bro.
We're gonna have a field day with this shit in court. Like this is gonna be interesting. Like, but even with that, bro, it's like I read the shit and I'm laughing. Like reading through this shit, like, bro, like
knucklehead.
However I think life has shown me like however this shit go, it's gonna be cool. And I only got to do this. I only get to do this shit one time.
Hey, and I think through all this time, like with the growth and shit like that, I feel like that's where I've gotten through all this shit. It's like, man, look, it just is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna complain about shit I can't change. Like I used to be you know what I'm saying? Like I say, overthinking a lot of shit and shit like that. And I feel like towards the end of the year, once shit start like settling, like you know what I'm saying, like it's hot, it's boiling, but once that shit starts settling, it's like, man,
what can you do?
Nothing.
If I can't do nothing about it, I'm not gonna worry about it. If I can do something about it, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, just do what you. Yeah, if I could do something about it, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just do what I gotta do. But if it's some shit I can't do nothing about, I just can't do nothing. I'm not gonna be stressed the fuck out about that shit, man. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, and I just come out on top every time, bro. Like, whatever it is.
And that's when you come out on top, when you just
bro.
go with what they be saying, go with God.
I don't give a fuck what happened in court. I'm still gonna have a good relationship with my son whenever that day come. Like whenever it come. I don't give a fuck if some crazy shit happened in court and I don't see this nigga till he's 27. We gonna figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's how life works, though.
How much child support a nigga put me? I'm gonna make some more money. It's cool.
Because when he's 27, he gonna realize what happened.
This what part.
That's what happened.
I used to.
Mama was on some bullshit.
Like in my situation, I always say, boys grow up to be men, right? So for all the, and this ain't my situation now, but I'm just speaking in general. All of like the bitter baby mamas, right? You have a son, you have a boy right now. Mm-hmm. You win it right now. Yeah. Cool, you win it. He's going to grow up and be a man that deals with women, and your ways will be seen. You will be found out, and it's going to click, and it's gonna be like that. And like you said, like if this shit happen, if this shit take till 18, 20 or whatever, and it ain't even gonna take that long. When these young men start to be able to think for themselves and they can see this behavior, it's gonna start clicking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
I ain't too worried about it. I can't wait to see a judge reaction when they see text messages of me saying like, "Hey, can I get them every Wednesday and every other weekend? No. Can I get them every weekend? No. Can I No." Like, and it's like it's so much that it's just like, oh, this shit is gonna be hilarious. Like, this shit's gonna be hilarious.
And that's how you get put in the situation, the woman, to whereas it's like 50-50 now. No child support. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. And you have to bring them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now you lose, because I'm like, gee, you're going to lose a lot of control. Because we're going to have to agree on schools and not, because they live far. Like, so I can't commute that nigga to school back and forth every day and shit like that. So we're going to have to agree on the school, switch. Like, you're going to lose so much of the control that you so greatly desire holding on to. So, and I don't wish her no ill will. Like, I used to have like I hate to, like, now it's like, life is good, man. Like, life is good. I'm in a good space.
I'm just trying to figure this shit out real quick.
Yeah, life is good.
Once I figure I'm good.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Y'all want to get to the voicemail? You got something else?
Yeah. I had an interesting conversation with my girl. I was we was talking, and I was like, man, I'm known for, in my family, my friend group, I'm known for like just having faith, God and everything, regardless of. It's been years I've been, you know what I'm saying, trying to win or get a big win or whatever. Yeah. And not once have I been like, it broke me. It's like, I'm always showing up optimistic. I was like Jim Jones. Niggas jump me. I came back the next day like, what we doing? Let's get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was just my attitude. And this past September, that was the first time you know what I'm saying, like my faith dipped heavily. And I took a break on God for like a week. And I was like, fuck this shit, whatever. And I was expressing, I'm like, man, maybe 2 weeks after that, I won. And I was feeling bad that I kind of like lost faith and I kind of gave up. I'm like, damn, I wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying, remain solid, etc. And she like, that ain't really what Christianity really is about. I feel like all the great stories, like you lost faith. You know what I'm saying? And then you got it back up or whatever. She said, because if you talking to somebody like me and you telling me how you went through all of this, you never lost faith and now you won, I instantly unrelate because I lost faith a long time ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's what make your testimony even that more powerful, is because you believe in God so much, but even you hit a point where you lost faith and then you won. You know what I'm saying? So if you down bad, if you lost faith or whatever, that's normal. We human. And that's the part that I forgot about it. And that's what he make room for. Like that's why he died, like Jesus died for our sins, because He already knew our humanness, our flesh.
We're gonna fuck up.
We're gonna fuck up.
We're gonna
100%. So for me, trying to play that role where the entire time I'm in like a messed up season, where like, nope, I'm good. I'm blah, blah, blah. Ooh,
Nah, nigga, you fucked up.
That ain't reality.
Yeah, man. I remember listening to Ultralight Beam by Kanye, and Kurt Franklin is on there. You know, Kurt Franklin just be talking, and nigga ain't got no musical talent. And nigga just be he like the Diddy of gospel.
Yeah.
I'm a chill. Kurt Franklin in a good space. The podcast is fire. I'm just saying he just be talking on the records
that's
and
all.
shit. That's all.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kurt. Anyway, the nigga had said on Ultralight Beam, he was like, no matter what you did, you could never go too far that you can't come home again. And I'm like, that shit was deep. And I don't know if that shit resonated with me because of like family, parental issues, and not having that home base type thing. But it was just, but he was talking about Christianity. He was talking about God and shit like that. And I'm like, damn, like I kind of want that. Like that shit, every time I hear that song, it just be like, damn, like I want that connection. I want that
unconditional
safe
love.
space that like, you know, no matter what happened, you could always like
that's hard to even
like even when you say you stop believing, but it's like it's cool though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we look at it like, because if somebody go too far with us, it's fuck you forever. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem. But just that type of grace, love, it's hard to fathom. It's hard to believe it. Mm-hmm. It's hard to even believe that God still rock with you after everything that you've done. You could have did some horrible shit, but if you come to Him with with repentance, it's like, let's go, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Man. Let's get into a voicemail real quick. We got a lot to talk about today.
Hey y'all. I know you guys are young, so your kids are still in elementary school. But let's say you guys having daughters. Let's talk about a hypothetical daughter in her mid-20s, late 20s, who is dealing with a guy who she really likes. She feels like he still needs to work on his emotional reaction to things, his financial stability, his impulsiveness with finances and decisions in his life. And she brings these things up, and he feels like she is just thinking on his flaws. He doesn't have much of a support system, so she's always the person that he relies on. At times, it's even being financially. And since she's only in her late 20s, you know, she's still trying to even figure herself out. And yes, I'm talking about myself.
I think young men, his situation, you don't need to be in a relationship. You gotta thug this shit out. You have to use that season to find yourself, because there's no space for you to even be looking at your woman to hold you down right now. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not finna come into the relationship or even soon thereafter where I'm in this deep struggle and I expect that level of loyalty and commitment from you through my troubles. Like, that's like marriage type shit, in my opinion. I'm saying, we just started dating. We 4 months in, and I go through the dating. And I go through this hell of a time, and I expect you to be here for me. I expect you to support me emotionally. Some niggas may expect women to support them financially, mentally, etc. That's a big responsibility for the dating phase. That's a big responsibility for somebody in their 20s. I would tell my daughter, like, you, depending on how you feel, if this lasts, like, I would have to ask her, like, where's your tolerance at right now? Like, where do you feel? Like, do you feel like you can continue to do what you're doing, showing up for him? As soon as you start feeling like this is unbearable, you can leave. Yeah. Especially if you that young, you don't owe him that type of loyalty just yet. You know what I'm saying? And youth, I'm just thinking of youth. My daughter, I wouldn't want my daughter dealing with emotional lash outs. He can't control himself, impulsiveness with the finances. You're not a leader yet. You're not even a good candidate to lead any woman in life right now. Go ahead and get in solitude, deal with your shit, build your character up, and then you can represent yourself to, you know, a situation where you in a position where you can lead a woman properly.
it's very difficult to change the dynamic when you've consistently accepted poor behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's impulsive in whatever ways he is, if he doesn't have control of his emotions in whatever ways, the likelihood of that getting better is slim because you've already accepted the behavior. It's more likely that he will get with somebody new who doesn't tolerate that and change than he would change for the person that he's actually with.
That's good.
It's far more likely.
Because it's a requirement over there.
It's a requirement from the beginning. If you start trying to make new requirements for things that you've been accepting, it's going to be very difficult for you. Also, you just don't want to look up and look back at life and be like, damn, like
wasted 4 years.
We had, and not even wasted. Like, y'all, let's say y'all still together. Let's say y'all get married, but y'all just not, your life is just not on the path that you set it out to be because y'all decided to stay together and you had to, help with this and help with that. And y'all had a kid early and this and that. Like, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just difficult. So, yes, we do have these love stories where people go through the struggle and they make it out. That's not the typical love success story. That's not how this shit's typically going. And if it was typical and happening every day, they wouldn't make movies about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think if you were my daughter, I would tell you to walk away from that situation. I'll also tell you that you don't have to be in a relationship with somebody to love them. You don't have to be in a relationship with somebody to support them. Y'all got history together. Y'all didn't just meet. So it's bigger than y'all just being together. This is somebody who you have a connection to outside of romance. And if he has a level of understanding and a true connection with you and a true love and understanding for you, he will also understand after he gets out his feelings, not immediately when y'all break up, but after he get out of his feelings, he'll look back and understand that you can still love and support him from a distance that doesn't involve y'all actually dating each other. Because y'all both in a developmental phase. Y'all both in a time that really, really matters. All your time matters. We only get so many years around this bitch. Yeah. And that shit can stop at any moment. So all your time matters. However, this is a very, very important time. This is when you got a lot of energy, space, and less responsibilities to set your life up the way you're supposed to. The older you get, you're going to have less energy, less time, and more responsibilities. And it's going to be more difficult to get your life on track or to make major progress in life or to set up the things you need to set up the older you get. So this is a very pivotal moment in your life, and I hope that you make the decision that's best for you and not the decision that's best for y'all, unless that decision is the same.
I feel like he'll change quicker if you leave.
Yeah,
because like you said, you already set in ways. You already set in ways where you accepted certain behaviors, etc. Mm-hmm. And if you just communicate with him and take Terry's advice, like, hey, you can walk away. You do it in a very mature way, like, hey, I love you, but this is not how I envision my life and my man. You know what I'm saying? To be acting, to be whatever.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. I'm gonna support you, but this relationship, we need to end this.
Yeah.
And, I can be here for you as best as I can.
Even just not even like because I wouldn't advise her to tell him that, like, hey, you ain't the nigga I thought you was gonna be. I would just more so tell him, like, hey, I think we would do better if we both worked on ourselves. It's more difficult for us to progress trying to help each other, work on each other, and do all this shit as opposed to just separating and working on ourselves and maybe reconvening at a time to where we're both more elevated in a space to where we really are equipped to help each other in ways that are healthy.
You know why people don't do that?
Why?
They're scared they're not gonna get back together.
Cause I was just gonna say, like, how often do that shit happen?
It happens, but again, that's an anomaly too. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about motherfucking Nelly and
There's 8 billion motherfuckers out here, man. Go get with somebody else.
and that's what it all ends up turning down. That's why that shit never works, because after so often,
because you gotta think about it.
Motherfucker realize that, like, it's 8 million motherfuckers out here.
Billion.
When you work on yourself, and it's the man and the woman, right? Mm-hmm. Right now he fucked up. Right now she's a certain type of person. When you become whole, you fuck around not even be attracted to that person anymore. And I'm not even talking about physically. You know what I'm saying? That too, depending on if your ass was not in the gym or whatever. But if you got fucking fat, then you think I worked on myself to come back to somebody fat? No. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. But no, like when you work on yourself mentally, you know, spiritually, all of that, you're gonna have a new attraction for a certain type of person. And if y'all grew in separate, because I'm growing this way and you're growing, it don't mean we're gonna be compatible at the end of this shit. We both have grown and we're new people. We're the best versions of ourselves. That don't automatically warrant us to be in a relationship just because you're the best version of you and I'm the best version of me and we had history. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta part ways.
All right, today's topic, man. We're ending 2025 with advice for niggas under 25. Now, if you over 25 and this advice apply to you,
let it fly.
Use the advice.
It's tailored
if you
to
not a
25-year-olds.
And this advice apply to you, apply the advice.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear y'all niggas say this go for everybody and I gotta do it and Go eat a dick, nigga, and use the advice. Fuck, nigga. Advice for niggas under 25, man. This is very important to me. These are we talk about the young guys being the future of our community, future leaders. These are the right now niggas who need to step up and be all that they can fucking be in the black community. These niggas that's coming out of college, these niggas that's coming out of trade school, these niggas that's entering the workforce, if you didn't go to college, whatever the fuck. It's time. You know what I'm saying? You young, you equipped, you intelligent. It's time to do this shit the right way. We know the plan America got for us. Right? Now, we know the underlay plan America really got for black folks, but even the American dream, we know what that shit look like. We know that they want you $100,000 in debt by the time you're 25. Because they want you to spend $60,000 on an education, spend another $40 on a wedding, spend another $50 on a motherfucking car.
Yep.
And spend another fucking $100 on a house. That's really $200. If it's $250,000 in debt, that's the millennial trap. Education, a car, a house, and a wedding. $250,000 in debt. That's the plan America got for your ass. That's the American dream. Yeah. You're gonna stay in debt till you die. Yeah. We're gonna give you some game on just some personal development shit that you might not have heard before, that you probably can't get in the barbershop, that you damn sure not getting at school.
Fuck no.
Based on our experiences, things we would have done different, things that we did do different than the niggas around us to elevate, things that we doing right, things that we just wish we knew. All right? You wanna go first?
Sure. So I got 5 different areas. I'm pretty sure we both got this same whatever and inputs in those areas. But for me, number 1, identity and self-respect. Figuring out who you gonna be, you know what I'm saying, before 25 years old or at 25 years old. Knowing who you are without the validation from women, men, social media, any outside influences. Kind of grounding yourself and deciding what type of man you're gonna be is gonna be pivotal for you. I probably said that wrong.
Pivotal.
It's pivotal. Yeah, it's gonna be pivotal. Yeah. For you, and it's gonna be your anchor. Yeah. Because if you're rooted and you know who you are, life is gonna test you in many different ways, many different situations or whatever. But if you know who you are, no environment can change you, no person can change you, and I say that because it was situations where I was what's that bug that can blend in? A chameleon?
It's not a bug. It's a lizard.
What
it's
is
a reptile.
I said bug.
Yeah, it's a chameleon.
Yeah, so a lot of situations, and that can be helpful. Yeah. But early on in my early 20s, I wasn't rooted in who I was, so I could meet a woman and adjust to her. I can go to in a different environment and adjust to it. But who am I?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like when you figure out who you are and you stand in that, it doesn't matter what situation comes across your path, you're going to have more confidence because these are principles and pillars of your life where you're not confused about anything. As soon as something don't align with the pillars and boundaries and, you know, morals that you set for yourself, you can easily weed it out versus adapting to some shit that you're just going to go walk away from anyway. And when I say walk away from, it just don't align with who you see yourself as.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can figure out and work on, not figure out, like intentionally work on what type of man you're going to be and figure that shit out by the time you're 25, you're going to be, in a good position.
Absolutely. I want to say something about that. However, and to add on to that, but however, we got to run through this. So I'm gonna give y'all this, man. For my niggas under 25, always live alone first. Always live alone first. To piggyback off talking about boundaries and things like that. A lot of us walk two different tracks in life when it comes to our living situations. We grow up living with our parents, and we stay with our parents until we end up meeting a chick. We do the thing with the chick, and we end up leaving the parents' house, living with her, or living together. Not necessarily living with her, but living together, right? Or, and it's not even about finances. It's just about personal development. Or niggas go to college, leave the crib for the first time to go to college and have a roommate, have roommates all through college, and like myself, get used to having roommates, graduate college, get a condo, nice crib, whatever, with your homeboy. Y'all split the rent in half, and you stay with your homeboy until you meet a chick, and then y'all go stay together. Whichever way, you're never staying alone. This is why it's important for you to stay alone before eventually moving in with your woman, your wife, whatever the case may be. First of all, you're going to have a level of solitude, and it's going to grow your level of responsibility, right? Even if, whether you live with a chick, you live with your homie, you splitting the rent with your homie, whatever the case may be, having to pay that whole thing by yourself is going to push you to make more money because you're going to understand like the weight of taking care of an entire household. It's going to force you to learn how to cook. You're going to get tired of spending all that bread on fast food and shit like that. Or eating a bunch of microwavable bullshit. Now you feeling like garbage. So it's gonna force you to learn how to cook. It's gonna force you're gonna keep washing your fucking clothes, shrinking all your brand new t-shirts. It's gonna force you to learn how to wash properly, clean up after yourself. All of these responsibilities that come with just living alone. And you're gonna be in a space finally that you do not have to compromise with a sibling. You don't have to compromise with your parent. You don't have to compromise with a woman. So that peace and solitude that you get from not having to compromise your space with another person is going to be invaluable when you do get into a relationship with a woman. And it's like, she might be disrespectful to you, but you got tolerance for that shit because you've always lived with somebody. She paying half the rent, whatever the case may be, whatever y'all situation is. But when you find peace and living by yourself, you're going to have a lot stronger boundaries and a lot less tolerance for bullshit because you know the peace that you had alone. A lot of people are scared to be alone because they've never been alone. Like, that's the only reason you're scared to do the shit. It's lit. It's lit as fuck to live by yourself. Like, I'm telling you, it's lit. Go whack off on the couch all day if you want to. I'm not, you know what I'm saying that that's what you should do. We are anti-masturbation podcast. However, no fapping. But whatever you want, the peace you get when you finally just really come home by yourself every day, gang. Every day is invaluable. And once you realize that and you do get in a relationship with a woman, it's like a lot of people stay in relationships too long because they can't see the light at the other end of the tunnel. Yeah. They feel like, I can't see me being happy outside of this situation. I don't know what life look like alone. Do it first. Do it now. And then you would know what it look like alone. You would know how lit it is, and you won't be willing to compromise that for somebody who's not worth it. The only way you're gonna get in a relationship if it's somebody who's for sure worth it, because you're not letting nobody disturb your peace. So live alone first.
You want to build that muscle now. And that was one of my bullet points for like learning how to be alone without feeling lonely. Yeah. It's not going to be, if you've never been in that situation, when you first do it, it is going to be challenging. I remember when I first got my crib, and just so happened to be like maybe some months after, I was going through a breakup or whatever, and I didn't want to be alone in my own crib. Like me there by myself, son with his mama, that didn't feel right. I'm calling somebody over. You want to build that muscle, that solitude muscle right now, but we're gonna move on. For me too, discipline, habits, and work ethic. Like when you first become an adult, one of the dopest things is you don't have to answer to nobody. Like your time is your own, your schedule is your own. Like you have free reign to move throughout your day however you want. If you want to sit on the couch all day, you could do that. If you want to be structured, you could do that. You have the autonomy to do whatever. But I keep saying 25-year-old man, but as a man under 25, you want to get in the habit of having some type of structure in your life. Yeah. Since you do have all this autonomy and your day is up to you, design that shit.
Yeah.
You can literally control and get consistent on what your day looks like. You want your responsibilities and your routine to be predictable. Obviously, it's a routine, so it's going to be predictable because that's going to provide a level of structure to where you can fit things in if you need to. You can, that hey, I can't put that on my plate right now. Mm-hmm. I got this going on, etc. And it's going to teach you also doing the hard things when motivation isn't there. Like you have a set schedule, and you have something to do. It's hard. You got to stick to your schedule. Like one of the things that we kind of both had this, but I look at you more for this than my own. That this nigga wake up consistently at 5 a.m. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, all the time, no matter what the fuck is going on. Me on the other hand, my life is structured as well. But if I can sleep in, I'm going to sleep in. Mm-hmm. But I'm still disciplined and I still have structure throughout my day. But that builds your character. You know what I'm saying? You learn to trust yourself. You learn to, see yourself as a reliable person. Yeah. That type of confidence, when you know that you're going to show up to do something, that's going to bleed into whatever endeavor that you're trying to do. Because if you know you can't trust yourself, you're not going to have the belief to start the business. You're not going to have the belief to start the workout plan. You don't have no track record of consistency. You know what I'm saying? And you can create that track record with something as little as setting a bedtime and a time to get up, setting a time to go to the gym.
Also, when you get into having kids or being in a relationship, you're going to realize very quickly, hopefully, that you're always being watched.
Man.
And people might not talk about it. Your kid might not mention the fact that you wake up early every day, but they're going to notice it. Like the first time my son was just, randomly woke up in the middle of the night and stayed up. And I woke up. He's like, this is my first time seeing you wake up. I've never seen you wake up before. Every time I'm up, you're up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga's a robot.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And that's important to me. I hope that that's something when he gets older and he has to run a household, he could pick up on some of those traits. Also, your girl. I was just out of town for a work trip, and Tip hit me like, hey, you bring a lot of structure into my life. Like, you always waking me up. And since you've been gone, I've been like having to get myself up, and I've been doing it, and I've been like super fucking productive. Mm-hmm. But if it wasn't for you, like kind of, hey man, get your ass out the bed, whatever. Now, I don't hold nobody to my standard. I ain't waking you up at 5.
Yeah.
But whatever time you decide that you're going to get up, you're going to get up. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck if it's 9 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever it is. But it's also a difference when, you waking up at 9, I've been up for 4 hours. It's lunchtime for me. Like, mm-hmm. I'm not eating breakfast right now.
Oh, my third meal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so shit like that, It's my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Never delay or avoid the tough conversation. This applies to every aspect of your life. Professionally, you're going to be in a position one day where you're uplifted, you're promoted, you're put in a position of authority and power over some type of team, whether you start your own business or whether you're working in somebody else's business. If you're in a situation where you have to tell somebody what they got to do, you got to write somebody up, you got to have that hard conversation. It's people waiting on you to have that conversation so they can do their job. It's people waiting for whatever services they need to happen, that whatever worker that you got to talk to, it's somebody waiting on them to do their job so they can get the services delivered that needs to be delivered. The longer you wait, the more that everybody is set back and has to suffer because you're worried about how you're going to make somebody feel about a performance that they don't give a damn that they're fucking up. So you care more about their comfort than your own comfort because while you're waiting and delaying this hard conversation, you're uncomfortable. You feel pressure. You feel a level of discomfort that you even in this situation, right? Especially if you're in middle management. But the person that's fucking up don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. But you're more worried about how they feel than how you feel and how everybody else feel and the impact of their lack of whatever that they're doing. It might be a friendship. You might have a friend who don't ever want to pay for shit when y'all go out. Y'all go out, you know what I'm saying? He always trying to get over. He always trying to finesse this, that, da-da-da-da. And it bother you. Now, if you don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck. But if it bother you and you keep delaying that conversation, you keep being annoyed by it by not bringing it up, it's gonna come out. And when it do come out, it might come out in a way where y'all friendship is over now. because you done went the fuck off on this nigga. Yeah. And you could have been said something when it was, hey, bro, like, why don't you, whatever the case may be. But again, the truth is going to get you to the same destination that delaying the truth going to get you to is going to be just in a much more faster, efficient, and healthier way. Yeah. Right? Y'all friendship going to end up where it's supposed to be anyway. You just dragging the shit out at the end of the day. And especially in your relationship, you absolutely want to not delay those hard conversations. I see far too many men talk about how they feel silent in their relationships. And I don't understand how we talk so much about men being leaders. We talk so much about this and that, but niggas is being silenced by women. Yeah. Soft booty ass, wet vagina having women is shutting you the fuck up, got you walking around the house quiet. Man. Because you don't want to have a conversation. You don't want to rock. I get it. Emotions is a woman's playground. You don't want to come off too emotional. It feels uncomfortable to express yourself at times. But goddamn, you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't avoid or delay no tough conversation you gotta have in life, because this shit is only gonna get tougher for you.
Yeah. So my next area, money, finances. Nobody coming to save you. So what skills are you building right now that's gonna, where your 30-year-old self is going to be happy, right? So learning high value skills early. I suggest as a young man, you should get into sales. Learn how, like sales, because that is, all of this shit is character building. If you get good at sales, you can do anything. If you get good at communicating, you can do anything. And sales is going to help you build that muscle. So sales is an option. Tech is an option, etc. I want to go a little bit more into handling your money as a young man, right? So for the longest, I had one, maybe two bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? So I used to always hear about high yield savings accounts. Yeah. And for whatever reason, in my brain, I processed that as that's going to be hard to get. Like that sounds like a totally different banking institution. That shit sound out of reach. That shit sound like a long process. You can open up a high yield savings account in probably 5 minutes. That ass. And I'm going to give you guys some banks. You want to learn how to separate your money. When I was, for the longest, I would get paid and everything is in one account. And many times I've made the mistake of overspending. Many times I made the mistake of, well, shit, all that shit just boiled down to overspending.
Overspending in 10 different ways.
Exactly. But when your money is not structured, it's confusion. If you know exactly how much you're getting paid, the bills, the savings, etc., and it's all separated, you have a better handle like on your finances. So let me show y'all some apps right quick. I'll show you, just tell you. So right now, I have 4 different accounts. I have an account for spending. I have an account for long-term saving. I have an account for only bills. And I have an account for short-term saving, right? So the long-term savings, I don't have a card to that account. And I do the transfers myself for over there. And like the goal over there, no withdrawals. Like it's only, like when you look at the statement, it's only deposits. Cool. If you, like my last check, I'm putting something in there every single time. I got a set amount, but my last check, I knew for a fact that if I put the amount that I normally put in there, I probably will have to dip in there. So I didn't. I only put, I put a smaller amount and I put the other one in a different account. So the bills account, all of my bills used to be in my Chase account. I unsubscribed every last fucking bill. I printed out, well, I didn't print out my statement, but I pulled up my statement and I switched all of the recurring payments to another bank account. And it's called Varo. Varo, only bills go from that account. And I changed my Chase account to only spending. So when I get paid, and then I got a SoFi account. SoFi, that is dope because they have vaults within that bank account where you can, if you got like these mini sales, if you got these mini savings goals, you can distribute the money like that. So when I get paid, I instantly, I know you got to calculate all your bills. I instantly put all that money in Varo. I put my money in the long-term savings. And so my shit is structured. I know exactly what I can spend. When I get that large lump sum of money, I the amount that I can spend for my leisure, it instantly goes to that Chase account. And I only fuck with that. And everything, now all my bills are on auto pay. And I'm not worrying about going in the negative. I know exactly how much my bills are every month. And I put it in the account. Nothing else goes on there. I don't buy food in there. I'm not buying a piece of gum. None of that shit. That's only for the bills. So if you just structure your money and get in the habit of that at a young age, like your older self, you're going to be so responsible with money, and that's going to give you even more confidence. And you could teach your lady this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those leadership qualities that a woman would respect, because if you're supposed to lead the household and you got your finances like that, she is 100% going to trust you and see like, yeah, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
get your finances together.
Absolutely. Be versatile in the way you live your life. There's a young lady that we know, your homie, who she is a dancer, plays football, I believe a paralegal, actor, Jordan Brand.
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
Probably.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Many hats.
There's people, and I use her as an example because I was saw something on my page earlier, but there's people who live their life in a way where it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. When you look at your life and you look at the things you want to do, you do certain things for money, you do other things because you just love it and you want to live a full life. Mm-hmm. Don't make everything 100% of your day and what you spend your time to about money and about profit. I had to learn that the hard way. My therapist told me, he's like, you always stressed out because you turn everything you love into a business and you don't have nothing for yourself. So as soon as you learn something, like, again, this was the time I transitioned out of teaching to being an entrepreneur, so I had to make as much money as I can. But I'm like, all right, I could coach boxing, I could do this, I could do that. She's like, well, what's your solitude? Everything that you like to do as a hobby, you trying to profit off the shit. So it's stressing you the fuck out, and you have no escape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't make everything about money. Be versatile in the way you live your life. You could do a little bit of everything. Just because society set a standard to where it don't matter or you ain't shit if you ain't reached the top level or whatever you spend your time doing, don't mean that you got to live by that standard. If you want to create music, put that shit on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. Be a producer, put that shit on SoundCloud because you want to. Be a DJ because you want to. DJ your work barbecue, your job barbecue. You don't have to be motherfucking DJ Funk Flex just because you want to be a DJ. Yeah. You don't got to be NBA Youngboy. Just put this shit out there. And you can have a regular job and still do it because you love it, bro. Don't let the world make you feel like if you ain't reached this level, then it ain't mean nothing. It meant something to somebody. It meant something to you, and that's really all the fuck that matter. You know what I'm saying? So be versatile in the way you live your life. You can do a little bit of everything. And I just see a lot of people in our generation that's living like that. You know what I'm saying? Including myself. Like, I do a lot of different shit because I got the time to. Because I want to. You know what I'm saying? Live your life fully, man. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't limit yourself.
No, for sure. And that, I think about fitness, even though like I've monetized fitness before, but it's still something like I love. Like right now, I used to take before earlier in the year, I take as many clients as I can, but now I'm only taking 3 a month. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I still love to do it or whatever, but I have that option to where it won't stress me out because, I'm not making X amount of dollars from fitness. So now I'm changing what I love into this big burden and responsibility to funnel money through it, etc. So great point. My last area, mental health. Mental health. I don't think I started working on mental health until right around the time I met you. Damn, fuck, how long? We getting old, man.
5 years.
I think I'm like 27, 28, some shit like that. I don't know. But no. I don't know. But I didn't start until later. If you get a hold of managing your emotions, what I want to say. If you get a hold of managing your emotions, how to manage conflict, how to control your impulses at a young age, if you even have that problem, because some men are just stoic. That's just their personality. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to get an emotional reaction out of them. But like those are different. A lot of men are human beings, so of course you when certain situations happen, whatever, depending on the severity of it, it may, affect you in a way where it won't affect somebody else. But if you can get a therapist, if you can set some time out for yourself, start a journal. Growing up, I thought journaling was for like women, like a diary or some shit. No, that's very helpful for your mental health. Talk out your day. Talk out what you're going through. I got 2 journals. I got a journal in my safe. I filled that motherfucker up. That's from like 3-4 years ago. I got a journal now. That feels good. That's all intentional. Us as men, we're so, providing and, we want to make sure everybody's okay, et cetera. It's easy for us to throw ourselves on the back burner. Be intentional about your self-care. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're making progress in this generation with that because it's more of an open conversation about it. But for the younger guys, nothing wrong with you getting a therapist. Nothing wrong with you having a journal. Nothing wrong with you, talking to one of your guys and y'all have conversations outside of where the hoes at. You know what I'm saying? How is your day? That's why we ask when the podcast start, how's your week? What's going on? Yeah. That's therapeutic. These is my guys. These is like, this is my group. This is my core. So I want to share these things and we can talk about stuff. It's been plenty times where Terry called me like, man, I need some advice about, et cetera. And I'll call him. And like, if you cultivate those types of relationships or whatever, and that's going to attribute to your mental health. So you're not out here, feeling like, oh, woe is me. I'm out here by myself. These women don't care about nobody, et cetera. Respectfully, fuck these women. You can create your own village and, be happy outside of them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Fuck these women. No, I'm just playing. Always be willing to cross the gun line. What is the gun line?
What that mean?
You and your girl get into an argument. The conversation ends on a bad note. She ain't talking to you. You ain't talking to her. Y'all live together. She in the room. You in the living room. You can't go in the room. Y'all don't live together. She ain't calling you. You ain't calling her. Who gonna call first? Or y'all do. If y'all do get on the phone, it's being real short, real brief. Woo woo. You got to be willing to cross the gun line every time and have that conversation, initiate that conversation with your girl after that argument in a calm way, in a productive way, in a way that's not tit for tat. Why do you have to be the person to do it? Because, again, there's so many men that we hear talking about. We're the leaders of the relationship. We want women to submit to us and let them lead us. You cannot constantly call yourself a leader if you want to share responsibility 50-50 at every turn, because that's not leadership. Just like any other aspect of life, leaders are going to step up to do what needs to be done when things are array, when things are disorganized, when everybody's off track. The leader is going to step up and get everything on track. That's what the fuck an argument is in your relationship. It's everything being thrown off track. So if you're looking like, oh, it's your turn, I'm always the one to woo, because you're the fucking leader. Like that's your job, gang.
Hey, quarterback, I always throw the ball.
I'm not saying that sometimes shit needs to cool down before y'all talk. And if you letting that shit cool down and she happened to come to you first, it's absolutely nothing wrong with her stepping up and doing that. That's perfectly fine. But if she not doing that, you got to be the one to step up, and you should be willing to do it. It shouldn't be something that you're dragging your feet to do, as annoying as it may be. That's just the responsibility that you got to carry. You're the emotional anchor of your relationship. You got to be willing to cross the gun line.
Yeah.
You got any more?
I had 5. That was it.
I got 2 more. Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I just, I think it was yesterday. My girl literally just told me, we was talking, and she was like, yo, I got to give you like your flowers. Like, you're very patient.
Yeah.
Like, I am highly emotional. And you handle that shit well a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and she's highly emotional. Like fuck. But, you know what I'm saying? I handle it well. And that probably wasn't always going to be the case. Like, you build that muscle. You know, so you work on yourself to have inner peace, and you be able to interpret things in conflict. And sometimes it is personal, but the 4 agreements: don't take anything personal.
Yeah,
you're not screaming, but you feel like this because you're in an emotional state. I'm just gonna kind of like, it's okay to get irritated, because trust me, I definitely get irritated. But overall, it's just like, I'm the leader. Like, yeah, that's what I signed up for.
Absolutely. Actually, I'm just gonna go with one last one. I ain't even gonna do that one.
Okay.
My last one is gonna be, my niggas under 24, you have a child and you're not with the mom, get on child support immediately. Do it right now.
Expeditiously.
Don't wait. You'd rather be on child support on your $40,000 a year salary than your $200,000 a year salary that you gonna get, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I know you might be looking like, damn, I'm fucked up right now. I ain't gonna have nothing. Ooh, if I get on job. I'm telling you, you're gonna get more, bro. You're gonna elevate in life. I'm speaking this into your life right now, bro. You're gonna elevate in life. You're gonna do better. You're gonna get raises. You're gonna start businesses. You're gonna buy real estate. You're gonna invest in stocks. You're gonna have abundance in your life. Only 3% of child support cases get modified per year, meaning that people are not going back to court typically asking for more or less money on child support. Damn. It's not common that somebody goes back and says like, hey, let's reevaluate this. He got some more bread. They can do that, and she might do that. You might fall into that 3%. Who the fuck knows? But guess what? You're gonna get some more fucking money, nigga. Like, you're gonna be cool. Like, you're gonna be cool, bro. And putting your back against the wall and just going ahead and doing what you gotta do is gonna also make you get some more money too, man. And I'm not saying this so you could like dodge shots. I ain't saying pay as little as you can so you can just not take care of your kid. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that on top of that child support, I'm speaking life into you being a father and do what the fuck you supposed to do outside of that child support too. So you might have to pay child support and still buy the shoes that you want him to have because you want him to have them and she don't want to buy them or whatever the fuck the case may be. Put yourself on child support early so you could be getting hit off that percentage of what you making now because you're going to have a lot more bread in your future. Don't worry about that little shit. Do it ahead of time, man. Get that shit out the way. Stop being scared of that shit. Stop letting somebody control you because you scared of child support. So she having her way and telling you better be here and do this and do that and you better da-da-da-da-da. And you listening to the shit. You like, oh my God, if I don't do this, she gonna put me on. They gonna take all my bread. Fuck, I'm gonna be fucked up. I can't go to bevy on Sundays no more. Like, fuck that, nigga. Fuck that, man. Face that reality. Like, step into whatever fear you got that you worried about. Go ahead and touch that fire, man.
Man.
Go ahead and touch that fire, bro.
I guess I got lucky or
yeah.
Now do not do what the fuck I did. Do not do this. This every size do not fit all. Well, my situation, me and my son, we separated when my son was like 3. But for whatever reason, please do not take this advice to heart. I knew that she would not put me on child support. Mm-hmm. I just knew. You know what I'm saying? And that's also, it's such an anomaly. It's not even worth saying. But I just knew not to do that. But my family gave me the same advice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go put yourself on child support. Ooh, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But there's so many niggas who got that advice and didn't do it, and you regretted it later. So follow Terry's, not mine.
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna squeeze this in before we leave. Pause.
Wow.
Nigga.
Whoa.
Cancel your side bitch, bro. Don't have a side bitch in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Temptation, always gonna be there. That bitch be dancing on my porch every time I leave the house. The bitch be texting my phone. Temptation always gonna be, it's never going nowhere, bro.
It's not.
But at the end of the day, you want to treat temptation like that thing that's in your house that you it's been there so long you can't even see it no more. It just blend in. That's what temptation needs to be like for you. As much as we talk about masculine men having multiple women and being wired to have multiple women, masculine men, player niggas, it's not about having multiple women. It's about having multiple women that you're honest with.
Yeah, it's different.
If you on some player masculine shit, you're going to have multiple women that you're telling the truth to. You're not going to feel like a man. Let me personalize this shit. I did not feel like a man when I was sneaking out the room to text a motherfucker, standing outside in the cold, to FaceTime a bitch, to act like I ain't got no bitch, or to do all this dumb shit, bro. You're not gonna feel like you're not gonna feel masculine in the moments where you're sneaking around on somebody, or somebody went through your phone and caught you and they putting this shit in your face. Like, you said you was this type of nigga and you really this type. You're not gonna feel like a man. Yeah. All that masculine shit niggas be talking about or having all these chicks, it's only masculine, it's only play if you being honest with them. If you not doing that, cancel that shit, bro. Nigga, like, the only time you're gonna be able to fight the temptation is when you in real alignment with your life and you really got real shit going on that really matter to you. The temptation's still gonna be there, but it's not you're gonna get to the point where, like, am I really finna go fuck this girl? I'm not. I don't have time for this shit. I'm not gonna do it. Up. And if you decide to do it, what you need to do is first call your girl and break up with her. Because for whatever reason that you don't feel fulfilled, and it might not be nothing she doing wrong. It might just be that you're insatiable right now. You need to work on yourself. That's what you need to do, man.
That just make it sound like something wrong with you.
You say insatiable.
Insatiable. I mean, you can't be satisfied.
Right. You might just that might just be the type of lifestyle that you want to live.
I needed all the coochie.
Man, if that's the case, walk in that truth. Don't be around here tiptoeing. You know what I'm saying? You that masculine alpha. We got multiple women. We supposed to have. Jesus said this. But if you one of them niggas, stand in what the fuck you said.
Jesus also told you to marry all of them. You don't want to do that.
Hey man.
Jesus also told you to provide for them all. You don't want to do that. Niggas be talking all this. What niggas was wired to do.
Just horny.
What niggas was doing in the history of the world. Niggas was marrying these chicks and had them put up living decent.
No, I said, remember that
So the Mexican
nigga said, nigga, cheap ass life.
No, he was cheating too. I'm talking about back in the back of the day. Something Mexican. They had
Babylon.
All the wives couldn't grass with them.
Last advice for the fellas under 25, stay single. Stay single. Like, be selfish. I know on the internet and places you hear a woman can elevate you if you pick the right woman. She can, help you stay locked in, etc. Listen, that very well may be true, but just from my experience, stay single and lock in on what your ambitions and dreams are. Like, just focus on that. I'm not saying don't date, but I feel like a relationship can sometimes distract you too. I've been in situations where it was a healthy relationship can distract you. Mm-hmm. It could be a good situation, and that can still prolong you getting to where you want to be because you so fucking happy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So just lock in, man.
Lock the fuck in. That's all we got to say, man. If you chase something in life, keep your foot on the gas. Don't let up. Get everything you want, man. Decide, plan, sacrifice.
We out. Oh, shit. Shoot.
You would think about it in 2025, we'll get it right, man. We out.
God in the cake.